we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Hey,
Hey, hey, hey. Oh, I was studying. I'm a studier. Hey, y'all. Hey,
hey,
hey, hey.
everybody.
Welcome to the show. I know my setup looks a little different tonight. For whatever reason, my laptop was like, nope, I need a break. My laptop took Mother's Day off. So, my laptop said, if you're not going to take Mother's Day off, I'm taking
I'm gonna take Mother's Day. Hey,
So, hey,
we're here.
Make some adjustments and go with the. But what a problem to have. That's a first world problem. My laptop wasn't working, so I'm stationed at my desktop. If that ain't first world, listen.
I mean, when you put it that way, first world problems.
First world problems. Nonetheless, hey y'all. I am Dr. Kesslyn, CEO, founder of The PhD Consultants. I am so excited to be the host of this podcast, but I don't do it by myself. I am so thankful to have my sister girl, entrepreneur, founder of STEM Early, mom. Happy Mother's Day. I'll come back to that.
Thank
mom
you.
And founder and CEO, entrepreneur, early childhood educational expert, and a co-host with the coolest name. Hey!
Oh,
Hey!
oh.
What's up? Oh, how you doing, Doc?
I'm good. It's Mother's Day. I have my crabs, so I'm good.
You had your crabs, so you're good.
All I wanted is crabs. I'm in Maryland. For those of you that don't know, yeah. I'm not originally from Maryland. I relocated here for college in 97.
I don't think I knew that.
Yeah, no, I'm from New Jersey.
Oh, I didn't. I didn't know that.
South Jersey specifically. But yeah, so I relocated here for college and I got into the crab thing and I love crabs. So this is the official opening. Mother's Day is like the official opening of crab season. So
nice.
It took me a while to find some because everybody was sold out because I waited last minute.
Well, but you got your crabs.
But I got my crabs.
But you got your crabs.
And they were good. And they were good. So I'm good. How are you? How was your Mother's Day?
Well, Mother's Day was great. All I wanted to do today was chill. That's it. I just wanted to relax. I had breakfast with my girls, and my goddaughter came over and her daughter, and we had breakfast together, and we took them to the movies. Actually,
what did you see?
We went to go see right. Right. It's a movie that I wouldn't typically go to see, but Super Mario Brothers.
Okay.
So the kids wanted to see Super Mario Brothers, family-friendly movie. So that's what we did. Nice. Came back, they're like, I'm hungry. So we had dinner and I'm here. Of course, before we come on the air, because we are moms, we're like, we're going live. No yelling, no talking.
Don't knock on this door. I'm going live.
Door. We're live. They're like, mommy, last question. Yes, last question.
Mom life. It's mom life.
It's mom life. And that's a part of what we're talking about tonight. This is Mother's Day. So it's our Mother's Day special. And we're going to talk about Mother's Day, being a mom in the doctoral program, but it's also Mental Health Awareness Month. Mm-hmm. So for tonight and the next two shows, we're going to focus on mental health. So with that, let's get into the show.
Let's get into it.
We're doing the doctoral thought. So we start the show with just a thought about kind of something related to what we're talking about. And tonight we're talking about mental health. So I wanted to introduce a thought by Dr. Naomi Spencer. And she said, mental health is not a destination, but a process. Mental health is not a destination, but a process. It's about how you drive, not where you're
going.
It's about how you drive, not where you're going. And so many of us in this doctoral journey really struggle. Listen, if we are honest, right? I always say the doctoral degree is not merely a degree of intelligence, it is a degree of persistence. But along that journey, while you are persisting, there's some mental stuff that goes on, right? So she says mental health is not a destination, it's a process. It's
That's
all
good.
about how you drive,
That's good.
not necessarily where you're going.
That's good.
So as I was preparing for this week, let me turn down my phone because it would be me. The phone would ring.
You're good.
But while I was preparing for this week's show, I did find some stats on mental health, and I'll share some this week and next week and the next week. But did you know that according to one study, more than 40% of PhD students meet the criteria for moderate to severe depression or anxiety?
That's a lot.
More than 40% meet the criteria. Not just do you feel sad, but meet the criteria for depression and or anxiety.
Wow. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's
Right?
and you said meet the criteria, which means they fall under these, they tick these boxes. So it's
Yes,
more than just I'm feeling a little sad, but they actually tick the boxes for an actual diagnosis. Like
absolutely.
that's
And I'll,
staggering.
I'll, I'll give more stats next week. But last week I did a training. Hey, Capitol Hill, thank you for having me last week. I
Yeah.
did a training last Sunday at Capitol Hill, and I just gave some stats early on. People always say, "Well, why do you need a doctoral coach?" Because these stats are real. The
They're real.
stats of people who don't finish because of a mental health crisis, or people who are diagnosed with a severe psychiatric disorder, right, during their doc program. It's real. So you need somebody who understands the journey to walk you through, right?
Yeah.
40%, that's like almost half the folk who are in doctoral programs struggle with anxiety or depression.
Yeah. I mean, that's why we got to talk about it.
Absolutely.
That's why we
And
got
I
to talk.
was trying to find some data on moms because it's Mother's Day, or women. I'm gonna find that. And even if I don't present it tonight, maybe I'll talk about it next week. But when you think about moms who are in, and I'm gonna come to you because that's gonna be a part of the conversation. But when you think about moms who already struggle with balance in the world, and then you have you're in a doctoral journey, man, we're going to talk about mental health and mamahood tonight. All right, mental health and mamahood. So anyway, that's just to open the show. How was your week? Did you actually rest? Last week you said you were going to rest.
I did. I think I rested too much because I'm a little bit behind on some writing assignments, but I rested and it was a great week. A great week leading up to this Mother's Day, which has really been a chill day. Not a lot of fanfare, hoopla, which is what I'm typically used to because I'm doing the most. That's my ministry. I do the most.
Yes.
But
Mostest ministry.
mostest ministry.
Mostest ministry.
I chilled this week.
Good for you.
I chilled this week. I chilled today. And when I get off this podcast, I'm going to chill some more because, I'm gearing up for another very busy week of trainings and traveling. So I'm taking this time to relax.
Yeah.
Relax.
Good for you.
It's important.
It is important. I'm entering a phase of chilling. I won't share my big news tonight. But I'm tempted to, but I won't. But I am entering a phase of transition and kind of reassessing kind of where I am. And so that's good. After last week's Sunday, the presentation at Capitol Hill, it was a busy week, but a great week. Really was. So I'm thankful. I'm thankful. Yeah.
Yay.
Yay! Let's see. Are there any docs in the house?
Yeah, shout out to the doctors joining us, especially Dr. Moms. Okay, Dr. Moms, where y'all at? Shout
Hey,
them out.
Dr. Moms.
All the Dr. Moms.
Hey, Dr. Moms. If there are docs in the house, let us know. Let us know. Yeah. So I'm just looking in the docs. So hey, Dr. Moms, thank you all for being here. If you are a doctoral scholar, and if you are a doctor, and we have a doctoral roll call every week when we ask you to check in. We ask you to check in. So put your name in the chat. Let us know where you're coming from, where your degree, what you got your doctoral degree in, what you're doing. We want to use this time to encourage others and introduce the fact that you can get a doctoral degree in a certain area. So make sure that you do that.
Yes, and we will shout you out. We will shout,
we will shout you out. We will shout you out. So let me talk about our doctor on duty, and then we're going to talk about what it's like to be. You are the expert tonight, the living legend expert, the person who went through a doctoral degree while having babies. So we're going to come to that. Our doctor on duty. Our doctor on duty is someone that I had gotten a chance to work with. She is absolutely amazing. She was my counterpart at the American Psychiatric Association. So with this month being Mental Health Awareness Month, I thought she would be an excellent doctor to shout out. Her name is Dr. Camille A. Bryan. She has an EDD. She is the program director, Fellowship and Medical Students Program at the American Psychiatric Association, at the APA. She has been the senior program manager since 2018, where she directs daily operations of the APA and APAF, which is the foundation. She is doing some amazing work. She serves as the founding manager of the National Scholarships Office at the University of Maryland and associate director of workforce development for the government in the District of Columbia. Dr. Bryan has extensive experience preparing students for nationally competitive scholarships. We talk about scholarships, you need some money, you're in psychiatry, you need to find Dr. Camille Bryan. Dr. Bryan earned her Bachelor of Arts degree from the University of West Indies, her master's and doctoral degrees from George Washington University. She has worked for the U.S. Department of Education. She is absolutely amazing. I have enjoyed every conversation with Dr. Camille Bryan. And what I love most about her is she is serious about finding scholarships and helping people of color get through. She gets it. She gets that there is a gap. There's a need for more doctors of color, and she is working to fill the gap. So tonight, our doctor on duty is Dr. Camille A. Bryan, because she did that.
He did that.
She
And
did that.
I needed her. When
Now, okay.
Y'all better connect with her if you're currently in a program, because there's no reason, you said it a couple times, there's no reason that you should have to pay for your degree, because there's so many programs out there and scholarships out there, and sometimes it's just a matter of finding them, and that's why you need a you need a coach.
We know people. We know people.
Yeah, you know people.
We know people. Doc, listen, it's Mother's Day, so we won't be on lawn tonight. But I just want to talk to you in regards to our doctor's orders.
Yes.
Doctor's orders. What was it like? And I'm going to give some tips, but what was it like to be a mother in the doc program? I was not a mother when I was completing my doctoral degree. In fact, some of the stats say that most women who are in graduate programs or doctoral programs, they finish all of that first
Mhm.
before they have families, because we are just actually discouraged
Yeah.
from
Oh, for
from
sure.
having getting married and having families, and separate your personal life from your business. We're discouraged from doing that, but you managed to do it. Tell us about what that was like, being a mom and a doctoral student.
So,
Mercy.
I was told when we were in the program, I started the program, I was not married, I had no children. And they told us, do not make any life altering changes while you're in this program. Do not get married, do not have kids, get in, get out, and don't make any life changes. So I ignored that advice. I got married in 2009. So it was just 2 years after I started the program, or 3 years after I started the program. So six
Arthur said he had to have you. He
It
had
was,
to have you.
listen, 6 pregnancies, 2 miscarriages, 4 babies. It was very, very challenging. And
Wait, hold up. 6 pregnancies.
one late term miscarriage, which was very traumatic,
Hmm.
and then one early term miscarriage, 4 pregnancies. I was
Four
pregnant
babies.
four
Four
babies,
babies.
4 babies. And I was told multiple times, what are you getting a doctorate for? What you want to do, you don't need a doctorate. You need to focus on your kids. You don't need a doctorate. Why are you doing this? What are you going to be, Dr. Mom? So you're wasting money. Why are you doing this? You're stressing
Mm,
yourself out for no reason.
mm.
And for me, it was something that I knew I wanted to accomplish. And I think it was the greatest blessing for my children to see mommy put her academics on the same, like, that they were important. Mommy has to study. Mommy's going to the library. Mommy is, you know what I mean? And they saw that. And yes, did it take me longer? It absolutely took me longer. Were there times that I had to step away from my own mental health? Yes, because partly because I didn't have a coach. But I'm not going to go there, because I feel like if I had a coach, I wouldn't have had to step away as much. But I did step away from my own mental health at times, because I needed that time. And
Yeah.
the times where I was taking a break, I had people discouraging me, saying, what are you doing taking a break? You need to, people who have had their PhDs, you need to. I had one gentleman tell me, I lost my wife, I lost my kids, I
Mm.
lost everything. But guess what? I got it, and I got it in 3 years. And I'm thinking, if I gotta lose my husband and all my kids. And I said to him, I said, sir, let me tell you something. PhD is not gonna be at my funeral or at my bedside at the
Come
hospital.
through. Yes.
My children will be. So if I need to prioritize my mental health and step away, I'm not quitting. Nobody said I was quitting. I'm just stepping away from my own mental health, because again, I'm navigating this without a coach, with 4 babies, and again, and my program was in Baltimore.
4 babies, and
Babies,
you babies.
stair
You
steps.
have stair step babies.
There was a time where I had three children, 3 and under. And there was a time that I had 4 children, 6 and under, and all while in the program. And I think, like, was it difficult? Yes. But can it be done? Yes. And do you need to get in the program even if you have kids? Absolutely. And there are ways you can do it. I think, sometimes we mothers are complicit in perpetuating socially constructed narratives,
Mm,
right? That
mm.
says we have to do it all. We have to be what we need to do is we need to arrest our perfectionism. We need to still these socially constructed narratives of what it means to be a mom. We need to
Yes.
stop being complicit in diminishing the role of fathers. And
Yes.
we need to partner with our community, if it's our spouse, if it's our partner, and we need to partner with our community, because you know what a blessing it is for my children to see me go through the program and get the degree. It was more important for them to see me going to the library studying than for me to make breakfast.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
guess what? Someone else can make breakfast.
Yes.
And I'm no less a mom that because I decided, let me get a babysitter to make the breakfast so I can go to the library, so that when I come home, I can be fully present
Yeah.
with them.
Yeah.
And sorry, cooking and cleaning is not my highest and best use. And so if I can outsource that and I have the resource to do
You
so,
taught me that. I love, and I'm reminded all the time, God wants your highest and best stuff, right?
period. Period.
Period. And if I can help someone else who can use, who does that work and does it well by giving them my business, then I'm actually helping someone else, right? Outsourcing and helping someone else
Yes.
instead of me thinking I have to do. Listen,
You
I need to
thinking you
call.
gotta do it all.
Yeah,
You
who
gotta,
said we had to do all of that?
I
Who
don't know.
said that?
I don't know, but I'm the mom that asked for help. But I belong to a MOPS group and I love this group. This group helped me out so much just belonging to a mothers of preschoolers group. And some of those people are some of my closest friends. And they used to laugh because they would say, if OJ, that's what they call me before I was Dr. O, if OJ says, if you tell OJ you can help her, she gonna find something for you to do. So don't be like, yeah, I can help and think it's just a platitude because, oh, you can help me. Okay, you can help me. And
Absolutely.
people laugh now because they're like, how do you do it? If I need a date night, my kids are 13, 11, 9, and 7. If my husband and I need a date night, I have a list of 15 people I can call that I
love it.
trust that I trust that my kids know because I partnered with people throughout the journey.
You know what you do so well, oh? You, and this is on my list, and I'll come to it, but you have a great support network.
You need one.
You have a great, so that's number, yeah, that's on my list.
You
You
need
have
one.
an awesome support network. You truly do.
You cannot do this, but this whole super, and it's funny because I got asked to a long time ago, several years ago, I asked to be partner in this book. My girlfriend has a company called Know Your Worth, and she wrote a book. And she said, OJ, I want you to write the chapter called Superwoman. Because when I look at you, that's what I see. And when you read the book, the whole start of the chapter, I started with this. There's no such thing as a superwoman. If you're thinking that a superwoman is someone, a supermom is a mom who does it all, that's a farce.
Yeah.
It's a great woman with an awesome team. The Proverbs 31 woman had a team. She had a team behind her. And so you need a team. Every mom needs a team, whether you're getting a PhD or not, but especially if you're going and give your children oh, well, now I'm a mom and now I can't do it. Why?
Why?
Why can't you?
Help me. You know some amazing women. Dr. Shirley Newton Guest is one of them. While she was in her doc program, I think she had 2 of her children while she was in her doc program. And she talks about the sacrifices she had to make, but she was always going to be there. Her children were sitting in class with her when she needed them to be. Like, there are things that you have to do as a mom, and it's okay. Like, you are no less of a person.
And you know what?
You know what
you're sacrificing?
Yeah.
You're sacrificing socially constructed norms. That's what you're sacrificing. Because if you say, oh, I made such a sacrifice because I didn't cook my children dinner, that was a sacrifice. Well, who said you had to cook for your children? You know what I mean? And there were times where I hired a babysitter when I was home. And I hired a babysitter to come and bathe my kids and put them down. We say, Dr. O, where are you going? Nowhere. I'm going to be right on this couch.
Yeah.
Watching this TV because I need a break for my mental health.
Yes.
So was it really a sacrifice that I didn't bathe my children one night a week? Because Friday nights, I don't bathe my kids. I don't put them down. Friday nights are for me, but I'm in the house. So and again, I'm helping my babysitter who's a college student who needs money.
Yes. And if we think about it that way, it really will, it will make such a big difference, right? So let me give these points, because you've talked about, I just have them in a different way, but you've talked about them. And the first point is, especially if you are a mom
Mhm.
and you're in a doctoral program, in order to maintain your mental well-being, you must know yourself.
You have to.
You must know yourself. You have to know. I'm a believer in circadian rhythm. I'm a morning person. I am up at 4, 5, 6, and 1. Now, to other people, that sounds crazy. It may sound like a workaholic, but I think clearly in the morning. If I had children, I I I couldn't do night. I couldn't do nights if I didn't have children. But if the truth be told, I am a morning person. You have to know your rhythm. You have to know your personality. What do you need? I was talking to a person last night who was who finished her. She crossed the stage. I had two people cross the stage three people cross the stage this week.
Wow.
One of them said, I I used to tell myself that the only way I could do this is I had to sacrifice going out with my friends. And it wasn't until I talked to you and you said, "No, you are an extrovert. If you don't get that energy from being around your friends, you're not going to have the motivation to get through." She was like, "Oh." I said, "So it's not sacrifice. Don't do that. Don't sacrifice the very thing that is life affirming and life giving for you because everybody says you got to put yourself in a corner. Don't do that. You have to manage it, but you can't sacrifice it, right? If you are a mom and you need to be around other moms, you think clearly, you work better after you've been around other folk, then that's what you need. If you need your Starbucks to get it going in the day, then why would you sacrifice that if that's the thing that gets you going? So you have to know yourself, know what works for you, which is why I give an assessment for my clients that come to me. I do an assessment. I help you. I need you to know who you are
Mm.
so that I can help you be the best version of yourself through this process. So, tip number one, know you, know yourself. Tip number two, if you're going to protect your mental health, especially if you are a mom during this journey, you have to put protective measures in
That
place.
part. That part.
Just like you protect the well-being of your children. Like, oh, you talked about having a list of 15 folk that you trust with your children. You're not going to put your children with anybody.
Right.
So why put yourself with anybody or in
Mm.
situations that are not healthy? You have to put protective measures in place for your physical being and your mental being, your spiritual being. Put those protective measures in place as early as possible. Don't wait until you're depressed or you're anxious or you're about to break down or you and I won't say that. You're about to do harm to those whom you love. Don't wait. Put the protective measures in place early in the journey. If you put them in place early, you minimize the risk of having some issues later on.
That's good.
All
That's
right.
good.
And the third thing is reduce your risk. When you need to step back, step back. Reduce the risk of doing harm. Step back. Reduce the risk of being around negative people. Just step back. Reduce the risk, right? So know yourself, put the protective measures in place, and reduce the risk by removing yourself from those negative people and negative situations.
That's so good.
That's going to help you with your mental health while you're on this journey, especially if you're a mom. Especially if you're a mom. Make sense?
That's good. Know yourself. I wrote notes. Number one, know yourself. Know your rhythms. Do you. If you're a morning person, do that. Don't sacrifice that.
Yep.
Number two, put protective measures in place. So if you know you're a morning person, then put that protective
Protect
measure
that
in place
time.
and protect that time
Yeah.
and reduce the risk. Remove yourself from negative people.
Absolutely.
And that's important as a mom. That's important as a student because people are gonna say what they're gonna say. Okay, people are gonna be talking. We
Yep.
can't stop that. But what we can do is we can remove ourselves from their situation. And I'll just add, to top all of that off, I really want us as moms, we really need to arrest our perfectionism. We need to still these socially constructed ideas of
Yeah.
motherhood,
Yeah.
and we need to do what is best for ourselves and our families, and give your children the gift. We're always telling, study, do your schoolwork, you need to put your academic, we're always preaching that to them. Guess what? I can show you better than I can tell you.
Wow. Wow.
So if you're a mom out there and you put this thing on hold, I'm calling you out to say, go get in the program, register. There are a lot of programs that have communities where childcare is a part of going through the
Yes.
doctorate.
Yes.
So get plugged in. We've been talking about community and coach, community and coach, community and
Yes.
coach. Find
Yes.
a coach, find a community, and say, hey, I want to get this thing done, because that is a gift that you can give your children that's going to last longer than hot breakfast.
Let me tell you, it's so funny you would say that. The gift of education for yourself as a woman and a mother impacts the world. I always talk about making a dynamic difference in the world. I didn't learn this until during COVID, last summer before. My great grandparents had a whole lot of children. And this was during a time when women didn't go to school, segregation. But my great grandchildren sent all of their daughters to school
Mm.
because they realized that if my daughters are educated, then their children will be educated and it will change the trajectory of our family. So the women went
Mm.
to school, they went to college, and the men stayed home and worked until the girls finished, and then the boys went to school. My great grandparents understood the value of a woman and a mom being
Mhm.
educated.
Yep.
Powerful. I was like, wow.
That's so powerful,
So
because
powerful.
we say the hand that rocks the cradle is the hand that rules the world, or whatever the quote
Yes.
is. Well, why not have a doctor hand rocking that cradle?
Come on. Come on. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's going to change
It's going to change it.
everything.
Everything.
It's going to change everything. So, moms, but we want you to do it, and we want you to be healthy. You can do this.
You can.
There are strategies that you can put in place to support you on your doctoral journey. Oh, did it.
I did it.
You can do it.
You can do it. And you don't have to take 12 years like I did. Because I took 12 years because I didn't plug into a community and I didn't get a coach right away.
Yeah.
So you can, because there are moms that have done it in 3 and 4 years with small children.
Yep.
So don't be like, oh, I got to put it off because I have a young child. Who made up that rule?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Who made up that rule? Like,
and nowadays there are so many ways for you to get the doctorate. You don't have to do it you can, but you don't have to do it full time in a traditional face-to-face classroom. Like, there are options for you. So don't just not do it because you think it's not an option.
Right.
It can be the best choice one of the best choices you ever made. Truly,
100%.
Truly,
100%.
truly. So we want you to get through. And
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. Moms, we celebrate you. Oh, okay. Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
I think I'm going to go and take a nice warm shower. We made my youngest daughter and I made homemade ice cream.
Oh, fun.
Really good too. So we are going to just enjoy the night. Enjoy the night. Chill.
Enjoy. And
what do you have going on this week?
So this week is another week of writing. We're coming up on our deadlines for finalizing the book. We're also playing with the title now, but basically it's a compassionate guide for conversations about race in the early childhood classroom. So we're coming up on those deadlines this week. And then I'll be packing to head to Michigan to do some listening sessions on compassion and equity and fostering that in our schools. So that's what
Nice,
I'm doing.
nice. So this is my week to kind of transition and chill. So I am
I'm
thankful.
excited.
I'm prepping for my birthday. I do have some things coming up. I have a writing retreat coming up. The first writing retreat is going to be a 3-day virtual writing retreat. I have a week face-to-face writing retreat coming up, and I have a third writing retreat coming up. So I am super excited. For those of you who want to learn more, I am going to post that information on my website at drkesslyn.com, but you can also email me at drkesslyn at thephdconsultants.com. I'm excited, and this is going to be great. It's going to be great.
That is good.
Yay! We made it through another show. Another show. Tech issues, computer death. No, it's vacation. It's
but we're here. But we made it.
But we're here. We're here. Thank you everybody for joining us. We hope that this podcast, as always, we believe that it's beneficial, and thank you for being here. Have a great day.
Have a great one.
Have a great day, everybody. Love you, mom and daddy. Talk to y'all soon. Bye.